Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. Just knocked off work for the afternoon and thought I would do a cheeky little beer review. This is one I've had previously on Beer Man's All Spun Out show, but I haven't actually done a review of it on my channel, so I thought I'd better get onto it. It was a very, very nice oyster stout. It gave me like Russian Imperial like vibes, so we'll see if it's still drinking the same about probably 5 or 6 weeks later. So it's by Pirate Life Brewing. They're originally out of Adelaide. They also have facilities in South Melbourne and Perth. I got this one from the South Melbourne location. I did a live there and was drinking a few of their beers on tap and then got some takeaways, and this was one of them. 8% and 500ml can. And I've got the proper glassware. Had this glass for a while. I've actually got a couple of Pirate Life glasses. Quite a bit of merch. I was a Pirate Life fanboy. I still sort of am, to be honest. They were one of the first craft beers in Australia I got into, or craft brewery, should I say. So let's get into it. I knew it'd be pretty quiet today. Even I've still decided to go live, but I just don't think there'll be many around. It's bad time for both the US and the UK, and it's like mid-afternoon here in Australia. So hopefully some people watch it back, and cheers if you do. So it pours like a dark chocolatey colour. It's pretty dark, but it's definitely got like a brownish, reddish sort of tan touch to the like a hue. If you look at the bottom of the glass with the light shining into it, the head is probably 1 to 2 finger, slightly tan, I'd say. Body, I would say medium, and carbonation fairly light. Let's have a whiff. Very, very roasty. Like rich, roasty. I would say dark chocolate, coffee, like a burnt caramel, almost like a char. Maybe a touch of dark fruit. Apologies for my dog dancing around. And yeah, you get like some saltiness. Yeah, it smells really good. Anyway, let's go and taste. I'm quite thirsty. It's been a busy day. Cheers, guys. Ooh. It's very much like a Russian Imperial. It's got a real roasty, rich backbone, probably like complex malts. Like the dark chocolate, the coffee, that sort of burnt caramel. It's like sort of charred, like almost like smoky. And then you get this like slight saltiness. Cheers, Jimmy. Cheers, Angie. Body's probably still medium. It's quite smooth and creamy. I dare say the oyster would add like a bit of sort of creamy texture as well as that like salty minerality. But yeah, you can definitely tell it's fairly like it's not boozy in your face, but you can tell it's fairly high in ABV. So it's 8%. It's very, very good. Oyster stouts are pretty rare, but what I've had of them, I enjoy. And yeah, the reason I've put in the title, I've got AFL Gather Round. So our local Australian Football League is the whole league is in Adelaide this week. So it's a bit of a promotion for them. I think Pirate Life are actually one of the major sponsors. So you'll probably people that watch the footy over in Adelaide, you'll probably see a lot of people drinking Pirate Life or Pirate Life like signage at the grounds. My team, Melbourne, have been atrocious this year. They're 0-4, so I'm not expecting much. Yeah, it's got that look about it, doesn't it? Like it'd be real, like intense and boozy. I reckon it's died off a little bit from when I first had it because I had it like super fresh. I had it on Beer Man's show, like reviewed it on there. I was like, I had 2 cans. I was going to keep one for Adam, perhaps, but then I thought, nah, I've already got like some real world class stouts for him. Like something like this is not really worth holding on to. I'll get him something else. Pardon me. Cool. Is like is the buddy from Wales in your hood? I didn't do anything beer related yesterday. When I come home from Melbourne, I obviously I think I did a beer review and a live. But yeah, I got the worst sleep Sunday night. I ended up going to work. I worked 10 hours yesterday and I hadn't had a wink of sleep. And it was a real physical day as well. So it was a real, like, I don't know, I was absolutely cooked by the time I come home. So all I wanted yesterday when I got home is to have a quick sort of power nap, something to eat, and then like a real good night's sleep. And yeah, I probably got like 6 solid hours. So at least I feel a bit better today. But yeah, I was a mess yesterday. So it's almost like you're sort of smelling like a vanilla note. But yeah, slightly smoky. Like when I say smoky, is in sort of like a mild peat smoke, a char. Oh, cool. That's the way. It's the only way to be. Yeah, the times have changed again. I realise now that instead of 9 hours from UK, I'm now 11, so it makes it even more awkward with hanging out with those guys. And then the US is 14 hours now. And now I'm only on like morning and arvo shifts, so I feel like I'm not going to see people as much now, or at least during the week anyway. That's why I need to get the Australian fan base up. But yeah, because I start work so early and I get home so early in the afternoon, it's like there's no Australians around either. It's like it's bloody grim. I want a job where I can just work nights for a while. It'd be good. It would suit my lifestyle. Let's pour some more, shall we? So the colours of this too are the colours of Port Adelaide Football Club. So I wonder if it's got anything to do with them. Like maybe Reggie's like I don't know, like a life member or something like that. Because they're definitely like black and teal and white like that. Yeah, I'm hanging for this Easter break. I can't wait. Because yeah, we never get much time off over Christmas. We get more time off like Easter time. So looks like David Boone, the cricketer. Yeah, I feel like there's like a prune, a fig, maybe even like a cherry, like a raisin, some sort of like note like that. But I feel like it's lost a bit of the roastiness, and it's probably not quite as salty as what it was either. It's just sort of, it's like subdued a little. This is compared to when I drank it like 5 or 6 weeks ago. So yeah, I had 2 cans. I had two of these, two of the double IPA, two of the triple IPA, and what else did I have? I can't even remember now. I definitely had 4 different beers and had two of each. Yes. Brian Lara's cricket was unreal on the PS1. There was a Shane Warne's cricket. I can't remember what that was on, but that was good. Yeah. I just wish I still had my Nintendo 64. I was living with a bunch of mates, and this dodgy guy moved in after when we were one of the friends still lived in this residence. It was owned by my mate's parents, so we both, like all three of us, still had stuff there in the garage. And this real shifty guy moved in with our mate that was still there, and ended up loading up our mate's ute with all a heap of possessions of ours and like fucked off. And yeah, the only thing I lost a heap of kitchen stuff. But yeah, I lost my Nintendo 64 in about 20 games, and now when I look at the value of it, it's like fucking hell. So yeah, I'm pretty pissed off about it. And I used to play it still too. Like, Bloody oath it is, Juzz. I've started early today and finished early, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm cracking a beer. Pardon me. Yeah, one of my favourites. If you could see this part of my wall, Jimmy, there's a like a tribute print of him. Shane Warne, King of Spin, and it's got like 5 different photos of him. He was definitely one of my idols growing up. I used to play heaps of cricket, and like, even though I was a pace bowler, I could bowl leg spin as well, just because I was obsessed with warning. It's sort of a bit of a shame that I didn't bowl leg spin more in games, because I don't know, I just felt like I was more damaging if I bowled pace. But there's a lot of people that I'd bowl my leg spin to in like at training, and they're like, you need to bowl like this during games, but it just always felt awkward. I was definitely more of a bowler than a batter anyway. I keep telling Harry when we catch up, we're going to play backyard cricket and I'm going to take his head off. One of Harry's mates, Charles, I think he's pretty decent at cricket. Like, I think he's played like county stuff and that, so he obviously goes all right. I was pretty good, but I'm not that good. Hmm. What time do you normally start and finish work, Juz? You'd be on silly hours. Last week I did like, I was doing like fucking 11, 12-hour days nearly every day. I got so sick of it. I can't be fucked with overtime. I just can't be fucked with work, getting gypped, getting taxed to the asshole, ripped off. Yeah. Yeah, apparently people are paying like big money for like good condition 64 consoles. And thing that annoyed me is I still had all the boxes in mint condition and everything. Mm. 2 games I absolutely loved, actually 3, was Mario Kart, FIFA 99, I think it was called. It might have been earlier than that. FIFA 96. I don't know. It was called the Road to World Cup, and you could play indoor and everything. And then Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey. That was fucking unreal. You used to have fights in it and everything. There was a few wrestling games, few car games. I used to play games a fair bit when I was a kid, but I've never really got into them heaps as an adult. Normally 7 till 4, 5 or 6 or 7. Depends how much needs to be done and how much. Yeah. So you're always starting at the same time. It's just different finishes. Yeah. So yesterday I started at like 3:45 in the morning, and I was still there at like. Oh, it's not so bad on morning shift because we have other people come in and take over from us. But yeah, last week when we were on Arvos, there were days we were starting at lunchtime and we were still there at like fucking 1 o'clock in the morning and shit. It's like, fuck this. Yeah. But just an average day for me, if I do mornings and I'm not doing any overtimes, normally 5 till 1 or 1 till 9. In my previous role, we'd have 3 shifts. We'd have a night shift as well. I used to do, if it was mornings, it'd be 6 till 2, and then it'd be 2 till 10 afternoon, or night shift would be 10 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning. I actually liked night shift because it sort of suited my lifestyle. But if you had like a young family or I don't know, certain things would be fucking terrible. It was always good money working overnight and less fuckwits around. Go away, fly. I'm going to knock you out. Hello, buddy. You coming to protect me from the fly, are you? You're a big fella. Look at him. He's got grey in his gills like I do. He's old. Getting old, aren't you? I know why you're hanging around. It's that time of the night. I want some food, motherfucker. Shh. Yeah, retro stuff that is sort of what do you call it? God, nostalgia, stuff that you can relate to from like your childhood and teenage days and stuff. I found a mouse in my house yesterday. I haven't really had a problem with that sort of stuff, but I think lately, just with such massive changes in the weather, and yeah, I had one. Well, there's probably a couple of them. There's normally more than one, but anyway, I had when was it? I'd cooked something. Yeah, like a spicy stir fry. And anyway, I noticed on the bench a couple of days ago there was a hole in my loaf of bread and some bread had been nibbled on. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, I've got mice. Anyway, I cooked like a chili stir fry the other night. And I had it left sitting in the pan, but it had like the lid sort of half on it. And I went and had a nap. And I could hear this like movement around in the kitchen when I woke up. And anyway, the mouse must have got into the leftovers of the stir fry. There was only a little bit left over. And I'm like, well, suck shit, buddy. You're not going to like that because it's spicy as fuck. And anyway, the next day, I found a mouse in my bathtub because there must have been a little bit of water sitting there and he must have got all fucked up from the chili. And he was either trying to drink water or I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but he looked like he drowned or the chili just got the better of him. So don't come to my house and try and pinch my food, you little cunts. Well, that's what'll happen. But yeah, I just feel like there's probably still another few around. There's normally a group of. You normally get the one cheeky one that comes out and grabs stuff and then takes it back to his mates. That's the good thing about having cats. It keeps them away. But these little fuckers, you're not going to eat a mouse, are you? Your mate probably would. He eats anything. He eats birds. But yeah, I better give this beer a score, I guess. Do you ever feel like you're being watched and judged? Get away from me. Yeah, I know you love me. As I said, reminds me heaps of like a Russian Imperial Stout. Quite roasty and rich, like dark chocolate, coffee. Yeah, like a burnt caramel, a char, a smoke, even like sort of like a brown bread. Dark fruit. Yeah, you get that slight sort of salty minerality from the oysters. Um, People freak out when they hear the term oyster stout, thinking it's going to be like real fishy. But nah, not at all. It's just salty. It's like when I eat oysters. Like the only weird thing about oysters is it's like getting a mouthful of bloody seawater, and it's like it's sort of like a slimy texture. You can see why people get real freaked out by them, but they certainly don't have an overly like fishy, seafoody flavour to them. They pair very well with wild beers, I must admit. So yeah, he's getting some slight sort of dark fruit. And as I said, like medium body, smooth and creamy. I think I scored it a 4.3 on Beer Mans, but it's not quite there. It's sort of died off a bit. So I think just what I'm drinking at the moment, I would say a 4.2. I mean, still a great score for the style and yeah. If anyone out there watches this back and they've had an oyster stout or they want to try an oyster stout, let me know about it. I want to know like what you think about them or any sort of general queries about them. But yeah, most people when I hear them talking about oyster stouts and they've never had one, they get all freaked out, thinking that it's going to taste like I don't know stout with like crab in it or something. A big mud crab. Now I feel like another beer. Ooh. I might have to do a short. I haven't done a short for a while. A bit of a chug. But yeah, it's good to see the channel's gone over 500 now. It's good to see Juzz is over 1,000. I'm not sure what Angie's channels are on, but I'm sure they've all grown. Just need to see Angie doing more art stuff. Jimmy C's Instagram is pumping. Actually, check Jimmy C out on Instagram. He's a good boy. A lot of beer from the Scandinavian region. Ah, fucking flies. So yeah, I might wrap this up. I think half-hour reviews normally pretty decent live. It's good to see some people in the chat because I thought it was going to be dead. Not sure what I'm doing next. Yeah, you've probably been too flat out with work, dude. It'd be hard if you're doing like 12-hour days and then like going what you do and going doing what you do in the city and then pulling out the camera and that, like you'd be exhausted. But yeah. Don't be surprised if you see me do something else this afternoon because it's only 3 o'clock in the arvo and I don't have any plans, so watch out for me. But yeah, as far as this review goes, I'm out. Cheers. So yeah, Pirate Life's Reggie's Oyster Stout, 4.2 out of 5. Cheers, peeps, and we will see you again soon.